Hey everyone, blessings to you. Good afternoon, good Saturday afternoon. 12:45. Let me turn down the volume a little bit on the music here. Okay, there we go. Anyway, good day once again. Happy Saturday to you. And let me just make sure the phone's on silent. And then we are good to go. Okay, so reason for today's share. Yesterday, I had let's see. Yep. So yesterday's share was check in with yourself and see if any of your thoughts and or actions have come from attachment. And the reason I'm sharing this video today is I've had several people reach out to me and ask me, what the hell did I mean with that? Right. And so let me go into detail what I mean with that. First, let me say this. I speak in a very mindful manner, and the way that I speak doesn't necessarily, certainly when it comes to writing, by the way, the way that I speak certainly doesn't align with what we've been taught, grammatically correct within school, right? So, the way that sentences are supposed to flow. I speak very mindfully, and so it doesn't always translate into a straight translation in written form the way that we're wired to think of how sentence structure should be. Okay, so let me say that first. And as a result of that, right, I'm intentionally using words. I'm intentionally using words in certain order. I'm intentionally having certain words be activators. And again, this doesn't always translate in either text messages or in written form. Okay, so let me just say that. So this is something that each of you will start learning as well as you go deeper into your inner growth. Right, you'll start noticing that your vernacular will start to change, your vocabulary will start to change. And I was thinking about this right now as I was driving home, because I just got out and had a quick bite. I don't even know if I would call this the way that I speak. I don't know how I would identify it, how I would label it, right? Other than it's speaking consciously, mindfully, with intention and clear word choices, right? And and that's how I speak. So as I was driving home, I go, how would I label this? Would I label this as Old English? Would I label this as translation coming from an indigenous language, right? Because of the way that things are translated into English. And English in itself is an interesting language, right? It's really a bastardization of other languages, not surprisingly, right? Everything that is of our being, us being the Western world, it all comes from other origins, right? That's just the reality of it. So English in itself is an interesting language, and then speaking mindfully in English is just different for most folks, because most of us, I'm not critiquing anyone, right? But most folks, aren't mindful and conscious. Therefore, they're really not thinking about what they say. Right? We really don't. This is why we have such a hard time communicating with others, because we don't even know what the hell is going on within us. Okay. So anyway, let me just say that. All right. And then back to the question that I shared yesterday, right? And so again, check in with yourself and see if any of your thoughts and or actions have come from attachment. And here's what that means is, and often for most of us, we're not even aware that we're doing this. This is why I'm bringing it to our awareness. We're not even mindful that a lot of things that we do are coming from the subconscious, right? The old patterns, the old behaviors. And so then we engage with others from a place of non-consciousness, of non-mindfulness, and of our own stories and our own conditionings and our own perspective. And we start engaging with others, and it's actually a form of manipulation, right? Let's get down to it. It's a form of manipulation. And this is where love, people also get stuck on love, right? For most people don't know what love is, right? And so most people have love as it being a set of conditions, right? It's like, oh, well, I'm going to do this for you, and then you owe me, right? We aren't saying that, but a lot of times that's what we mean. I'm going to do this because if by me doing this, then I'm expecting you to reciprocate in some kind of form that is acceptable to me, right? So there's the 5 love languages, and so that's just different ways that people express in forms of actions, but that still is not what love is. Love is that I can just show up and I can love everything and just love it as it is, meaning it doesn't matter if it smells like roses, smells like shit, looks like a newborn baby, right? Your favorite puppy, your favorite pie, your favorite flower, whatever it is, right? That you can just love it all, and that you can love it in a fashion to where you can just let it be in its existence without your interaction with it, right? That you can just appreciate the beauty in it. And in that beauty, what you are really, the beauty that is that you are taking in what it is the expression of, and that expression is so genuine, so pure to you, so angelic, whatever you want to label it, right? That you are just feel this sense coming from within you that is just this feel good sensation because of what you're seeing that is manifested in a physical form that is external from you, right? And so that you can just see this object, and object being people, place, thing, right? And you can just love it just love it as it is without your engagement, right? Without you going, oh, here, I need you. Beautiful flower, I need to pick you. Beautiful man, woman, gosh, I want you in my life, right? It's like, no. Just love it as it is, okay? Key. So now, when we look at this, how are we engaging with others, right? Are we engaging with them from a place where we are just loving from a place of pureness, or is there an attachment with it? Is there some kind of condition set with it? That's what we do, right? That's our humanness. So really important that we're mindful about that, right? That we are not getting caught up in how we are engaging with another, right? Again, people, place, thing, right? That we're just loving it as it is, and we're not. And in loving it, we are respecting it, we are supporting it, we are encouraging it, without it doing anything for us, right? Another key point, right? That we can love it and just appreciate it as it is, and all that we have received out of it is being in its presence, and we do not need, or we do not, the perception of need, right? We do not require or request anything of that, right? Really, really key. Just love it and let it be, right? Love it and let it be. So again, how are we acting with others? Are we acting from this place of pureness, or are we acting because we have some expectation, some desire, some motivation that by us doing this, whatever this is, right? This action, that by us then taking this action, that we are expecting something to be reciprocated to us. Another key point there. Okay, folks. So that's what attachment is, right? Is there some unspoken condition that we have created within our own mind that we are now expecting something, to receive something in return, in exchange for what we have done? So then, why did we do that? If we did it for that reason, then it really didn't come from a place of pureness. It came from it's really a form of manipulation. It truly, truly is. Right. So this is why I said, just check in, see what your thoughts are, where your actions are, and how, where are these actions coming from? So here's an example of doing something from a place of love. Say that there is, where there's this colony of feral cats or dogs, right? And because of this, you know where they are. And so you decide to once a week take food, take water, and just leave it there because that there's, some animals that will receive it. Um, this is that you can be in service to another human being, right? And you are doing it for them, and you're doing it for these individuals without expecting anything in return. You're gifting clothing, you're gifting food, you're gifting, body care products, right? And you're just doing it because you are expressing kindness, consideration, and